Yep, and we're live. La la la. Hey everyone. We have some people waiting for us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. As
Wow.
you can see, we have the awesome other DL.
Yeah, I'm being bombarded by DLs, man.
The DL
We go.
Fest.
That's right. That's right. DL Fest. So we are going to do introductions, and I will actually let DL go first since he's our guest tonight. So DL, you can go do your introduction.
I'm DL Stewart. I typically write adult medieval fantasy. For Camp Nano, I've been working on a memoir from my wild days when I was younger. So that's what I'm going to be working on tonight.
Cool. Well, because we know DL and knock it out the park, you can put some numbers up for real.
Yeah.
I have not been able to pull off that 10K Tuesday yet.
Well,
I'm like,
we're gonna try this Tuesday on my channel.
I am gonna try it. My daughter's all like, she's in the middle of like a good run. She's all like, "Mommy," and jumping up on my lap. I'm like, "Look, kid, you messing me up. Like, stop it, kid." But okay,
I haven't done a 10K Tuesday. I've done two of the Mandy Lynn's 10K challenges.
yeah, I think a lot of people doing the 10K. Well, technically that's similar, but everybody's doing 10K Tuesdays. I'm like, you writing 10K every Tuesday? Wow, man, magical. You have a book in like no time. Just
Well,
Oh, yeah.
seriously, if I pull off 10K Tuesday for the next 4 Tuesdays,
Mhm.
I could get a good first draft of worship. Even
Sure,
though worship
sure.
is going to be more than 40 grand, just
Mm,
get that 40 grand down,
all right.
meat and potatoes that bad boy out.
Yeah, sure. I have to try that. Like, that's amazing. I've seen a lot of people pulling that off. Like, it's awesome, actually. All right, after that, you can go and do your introduction.
Well, I'm sorry, but today my name is Vrd'dhi Lee, not Aphrodite Lee. I am DL. I am DLing it today. Since it's a DL type Saturday. And I'm not sure what I'm going to 100% work on, but I do believe I am going to try to get some scenes in worship done.
Yay, worship.
That's for anybody who's read Encounters. That's the chapter 5, the three bears. But it's not Pandora's version. The character who jumped into that is actually the story that she jumped into, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I
It
get
makes sense if you read it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I just confused you 100%.
that. Is you intrigued them.
But it's not Pandora's story. So you've been introduced to the bears, but that's about it.
Nice. Can't wait for that one. You know, I'm waiting for that one. So I'm the other DL Tillery.
Yeah,
Um,
me.
uh, I write adult fantasy, romance, paranormal, and I do like a whole mixture of all those things. And I have been working on my work in progress. I would say, even though I finished the book, technically, I still you got all the juice and all the stuff you got to do to finish that up completely. So I actually am in the middle of a revision right now for Chronicles of Cagliostro. If you haven't heard the name, if you check out my channel, you will see some things on it. Um, so over the next couple of months, I will be finishing up the revision and then jumping into beta run and then going off to my editor. I
Mhm.
got to send my baby off. It's going to be a little tough, but first
It,
time,
it is. It's gonna be scary, but it's fun.
yeah. But she seems to be pretty good with that, and she's really flexible, so that was really good. So I'm gonna be in that whole mode, and I write stuff off to the side when, like, cause on these write-ins, I don't tend to do Chronicles Cagliostro because doing a revision with a sprint doesn't work for me very well. So I said, if we get it, because on these write-ins, I don't
Sorry.
tend to do. Oh, you good? So, yeah, I'll probably be working on tonight one of my short horror stories. I have my compilation that's supposed to come out next year as well, later in the year around Halloween time. Um, so I'm working on that stories for that. I have probably about 7 of the stories completed for that one, and the mermaid one I just finished the other write in, and I have I think
You finished it, you said?
yeah, I finished that one. I still have to edit it, but it's finished as far as like completion. That right now ending was really fun. And then I have the one I'm working on tonight is called Sprinkles. So that's like a
Yeah.
horror. It's like a murder type of thing. Like it's about a serial killer. So
Oh,
um,
lovely, lovely.
So that one, I'm gonna probably try to work on that one. But if I'm not feeling that one tonight, which it could happen, because I usually don't do uh, mysteries or murderer based stories, because I'm like, I'm not scared of a murderer. Some dude come in my house, I'm gonna give you the best fight of your life, so I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, trying that. So my mind doesn't work that way, like
Right.
fear and
I know what you're saying.
I have all kinds of weapons. I'm weapon trained, like I'm martial arts trained. Like if somebody comes to my house trying to take what's mine, it's not gonna be pretty for them. So
I always tell people I am not
coming at my house. Like
I've had some defense classes, that kind of training, but I have not had any actual weapons training. So I always tell people I don't know karate, I know crazy. So you might successfully kill me.
I'm gonna take
but you gonna get a fight. It's
going bad for you. So yeah, but I'm gonna work on that tonight. And then if not, then I'll swing on one of my other ones, which I have. I think the book has about planned about 24 horror stories.
You know what? I made script. I do have a tag. I have to script. I may script that.
Oh, okay.
And then
get back into recording. I just got a program, so I need to. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, I'll have some videos up separate from my streams.
What program did you get?
I have Power Direct.
How did you fool with it yet?
I fooled with it before. I had it on my other computer.
Is it expensive?
Yeah, I mean, back when I got it, because it was actually my brother had bought it, but it was expensive when he got it, so it still works pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. So we'll see. I gotta mess with this some more.
What do you edit with?
I use Filmora.
Okay, yeah, that's what I had
before. But they surprised me and was all like, "Oh yeah, your shit's expired or some shit." I'm like, "What? What's happening?" What?
Yeah, that one pissed me off too. I ain't gonna lie. But I
didn't know when I started. I got like the year subscription or whatever I bought. I didn't. They might change their thing in the midst of it, and it was like, okay, well, you can't just buy the program and that's it. You got to actually buy a subscription, and you know what I mean.
I bought it one time ordeal.
Yeah,
That's what I was assuming I was getting, but now like when you use Filmora, it's like, oh, you could buy lifetime now, because before it was just buy it and you use it. Now it's lifetime, yearly, and then monthly or something like that, and it is kind of expensive for a lifetime right now. And I was like, don't surprise me. I mean, if I can plan for something, I'm good. But you start throwing surprises and curveball at me, we're gonna have a problem. So
yeah, well, I lucked out because my blind ass would have just clicked shit wrong. I lucked out and got it right. Like I got it forever. I just I got a new update because it's on Filmora 9. I think I got the update. And the only thing that's pissing me off now is that the stuff that's in my whatever, the 8.0, whatever the fuck it was, I haven't figured out if there's a way to pull all that stuff into 9. Right. So I have a friggin' video that I edited, that I worked on for 4 damn hours that I now can't pull up in 9, and 8 won't let me render.
Ew, that's
so trust, if I have to do all that over again, I'm going to be cussing. And I have been trying to talk to them to find out, and they're like, "Oh no, all you had to do is do 9." Well, bitches, I did 9, and it still isn't moving over. I mean, it worked. 9 is working, but it won't let me pull it. Oh, if I got to do that over.
I wouldn't want to either.
So, and if it would just render the other one, then I would just stop using that and stick to 9. But the other one won't render for some reason, and I don't know if it's on my end or theirs.
I might look and see what the prices are for Filmora. I did get used to using that.
Yeah, I actually do like it, I will say. But if I had gone through what you went through, I'd been pissed.
I was a little quite pissed. I was in the middle of doing my schedule and everything. I'm like, these motherfuckers.
I think I paid like $60 or something.
Yeah, I got a deal. I think I paid $70, but I caught it on like some kind of special.
I called my own a special. So I think I paid $45 or $50 when I got mine. And it wasn't any indication that I would have been paying attention. I'm always good with, like, paying bills and shit. So I've been paying attention. It was like, oh, this is going to be just a 5-month or a 6-month annual, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't even 6 months. So I don't know what the hell happened in the middle of the midst of this. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. Like, on the subject for a few more seconds, I just went onto the site and downloaded a whole bunch of like end credit stuff and all kinds of groovy stuff to add to it. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to fooling around with it. I do really like the program I do.
Yeah, use it. It has a lot of stuff you can use. It makes it simple for people because I mean, there's probably programs that's better, but you also have to. It's not. You have to figure them out a lot more too.
Yeah,
So
because I would never use it for my films and stuff.
no, 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 I don't think so.
I only use it for YouTube.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I even ever got it. To be honest.
Yeah, I
All right.
used to
So,
use After Effects when I used to make
oh
music
yeah, I heard
videos or
about that.
whatever.
Oh
Had
yeah,
some
after
special
that.
effects,
Yeah,
plugins and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I'm probably gonna have to
which I
get.
really appreciate Phil more for the fact that you can do your vlogs and not have to worry about the learning curve that you would have to do for with After Effects if all you were doing was YouTube. Like if
Yeah.
you do a bunch of other shit, then yeah, you need those other. Because I have Sony Vegas and I have After Effects and I have something else. I can't think what it is right now.
Yeah.
But the more when I do my YouTube shit, it makes me really happy.
Yeah, I guess not easier. I didn't even figure everything out on Fillmore's. I didn't get to mess with a lot of stuff, so I just kept it pretty basic. Like I never figured out the split screen thing where you could put like a picture in the background and shrink your screen smaller and shit like that. Like I didn't even I didn't even figure that part out. So I was like, I
Oh
was
girl, yeah, we can go to town with that. You
I
gotta
didn't
come over. You
even
gotta come over. We gotta make a film together.
yeah, I didn't even with that shit. Like, I was like, what? All right. So the first question of the night, and anyone in the chat can actually answer this, and then this post a comment there. So the first question and the theme is writing to the future. Um, so I was trying to play with words like Back to the Future because I'm a Back to the Future fan. So
My sister loves that movie, the whole franchise.
yeah, I love Michael J. Fox. So question number one is, what's your next project, or what would you like to write about if you don't have a project planned? After that, you want to take this one first, and then we'll jump to DL.
My next project, I'm not 100% sure. What I was going to do
Mm,
was because I have Shattered coming out in November, and I already had my playtime book Encounters. I wanted to make sure that a book from Encounters was also ready in November.
yeah.
But recently, a close friend of mine, we have been friends for over 50 years. She passed away.
Mm,
And there was a book that I was going to dedicate to her next year.
yeah.
And so but I'm thinking about moving that book in front of worship and get that one done for November so it can be out. So when her kids show up for the party, I can have something to say about her at the
Oh,
party. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. I really am in limbo,
oh,
which
okay.
is really not me. I always know what I'm gonna do. So I feel kind of out of sorts.
Yeah. So all right, DL. What about you?
Well, for as DL Stewart, my next one would be book 3 in my Metagore series, obviously.
Yeah.
But after that series, I plan on doing what I've been kind of doing as my side project, which is The Gift of a Child, which is more of a not really horror, but more of a dark fantasy. I had planned on it for being YA, but I think it'll
Yeah.
probably lean more adult as time goes on.
Yeah.
Um, and then besides that, for as Peter Gracie, after I do my memoir, my first thing I ever wrote when I was in high school, Left But Not Forgotten. I've been thinking about revisiting that and working on that series.
Cool. Well, you got a lot of good stuff planned out there for you, actually. Um, so I'll check the comments in a minute. So Cross Kelly Astro is technically done with revisioning. So I am working on my horror compilation. Let's see, and that one, like I said, has about 24 different horror short stories, and they range in different sizes. So that's like my next thing. But I have so many next things type of thing. So all of them are under DL Tillery, except for one. Actually another book I had finished, but it's a children's book called Paige and the Chicken Scratch. Kind of funny. It's based off a friend of mine who she's like literally an angel on earth. Like I have never met anybody as nice as her in my entire life, and I've come across some really nice people and some pretty shitty people. So Paige just usually takes the cake. And I usually don't even name my characters after real people in most cases, but in her case, it just had to be done. And I actually have another book that's based off of her, but it's actually a fantasy about Angel. So, more like mission based. Like she goes on missions to help people and shit like that. Um,
Okay.
and then the one that I've been working on in the background is called Faye. That one's based on my daughter's name. Her name is Fayora. It's called Faye. It's about a little girl with mind powers. So that one kind of starts probably um, I don't know. I wouldn't say because she doesn't. She starts at her birth, but then she grows with the series. So it's like a 3-part series or whatever. So I've been working with that. So that's gonna grow up, kind of like Harry Potter type of thing. Like Harry Potter starts here, but I mean, so many people like different age ranges love Harry Potter. So
Right,
uh,
because Harry Potter started off as middle grade and then he went into
yeah,
YA.
but I think it's probably gonna start middle grade and then go to adult more than likely. So it's gonna like grow up. She grows up and then gets to become an adult, like in the last book.
So
So
the cool thing about that is the reader, if the reader starts with it at the age of the in middle grade, they get to
yeah.
grow up with the character, and I love stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. I have so many things to work on. So, and I have my poetry book that's probably going to be coming out. So I'm probably going to do like a rapid release of different things. So I have Lavender Words, which is my poetry compilation that's supposed to come out next year as well. Probably around like spring or summer or something like that. But I have to get all them into the one book. But I'm cover crazy. So I have like yeah, I have a problem, like for serious. So I have so many covers for like all these books that I have planned and been writing for years. And then I came across all these people who do pre-mades, and sometimes you see a pre-made that just fits what you want.
Yes.
I do have a artist who's actually designing Chronicles of Kali Astro's 3 book series. So we'll see how. I actually contacted Todd Lockwood, and I was so surprised when I got an email back from him. I was like, "Oh my god, Todd Lockwood emailed me back!" Like, cause I'm a big fan of his.
You sound like
But
me.
but his prices are like
I do too.
I thought they would be, and but they're he's a big name artist, so just the fact that he emailed me it was a lot like awesome. But
You know how
as
I got some people that were like, I don't want to say names yet, the jinx stuff, but you know how I got some pretty out there artists to pay attention. I sent them the manuscripts.
yeah,
And they were
yeah,
like, "Oh my God, we love these characters." And then I kind of went in with like, "Oh, you like them? You think you want to do something with me?"
yeah, really, right? Well, art, Todd Lockwood's prices are expensive. I mean, but not really. I mean, you talk about book cover, like one book, he's saying like 5,000. So
No,
but
5,000 is expensive.
it is expensive. I'm not gonna joke, but I mean, from a big name writers use Todd Lockwood, so they can like afford that shit. Not to mention, if they're traditionally published, they're not gonna have to worry about paying for the cover themselves. You know what I mean? But nowadays, everybody's not traditionally published, so there's that.
Well,
I'm like,
I want to tell you all this real quick. I
yeah,
have
I'm ready to chat. You
my
got it.
I'm writing I only have one young adult series, and what's going on, it's going to be years before y'all see that one though. But me and my niece, we're kind of writing it together, and we're writing the same stories, the same characters, but she's writing the middle grade version and I'm writing the young adult version. So because and we're doing it together, which is why it's taking us a while to we have to make sure we're canon, you know what I mean?
I know.
So with her, and we have the same initials, she's H.A. Langhorn and I'm H.A. Lee. And so
Hmm.
that's how we're going to put the books out and we're going to put them out together. So
That's really cool. I didn't know about
I'm
that.
so looking forward to that, but it's going to probably be like 2021 before the first ones come out
That's cool.
because we need to get a fair amount of them done. But building the world is going to take us a little bit longer to do. So I had to share that with everybody because I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see. Supernova may have answered. Supernova's like, why is his chat so quiet? Nobody talking. Like 9 people here. What's going on? Um. Let's see.
Supernova spent her time yesterday killing people in Sims. She was on a
Oh,
murderous rampage.
oh my god. So, let's see who answered the question. CL did. I'm finishing a 4-book series and should have the last book published hopefully by March 2020. Next year, I
Damn.
have a 6-book series I will be starting. I write horror/thriller. Yay, horror. Um,
Yeah, I think I'm alone right now because the The only thing that I have done is the smut, but that's because the smut is just easier.
Yeah, I
It's not
know.
my concentration. I swear it's not my
Yeah,
concentration.
that's not my. I was like, that's the one thing I would write, but I have never written, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I can do it.
It's
I mean,
fun.
oh, I know it's fun. Steven said, my next project will probably be the sequel to my current one, but I also want to start my time travel series soon. Yeah, I like time travel. I have a story on the back burner that's time travel too, Steven.
Yay,
Uh,
Alec. All right. So
oh,
you
Alex
will sit
made it.
here with
Hey,
me.
Alex. Alex, I'm trying to get my scars number one published soon. That's cool. Right. Erotic romance.
That's what's
Nice.
up.
So I don't know if someone else may answer the question. You totally can. I will definitely read the comments when we come back from the sprint. I'm just going to go ahead and start on our first sprint. Did you guys want to do a 20 for the first one, or do you want to do 15? What do you better with?
How long we been talking?
About 20.
So we should probably do a 15 and do the rest of them as 15, and then the rest of them is 20.
Okay, so start at 15, then do rest 20.
Yeah, so we can try to make it to the top of the hour
All
eventually.
right, so I do have it where I'm a set where we do 5 minutes talks, then like we can do 20-minute sprints after 15.
Okay,
Okay,
however
okay,
you want. I was
that's
just.
cool. I'm cool. Whatever.
You
I
already know
probably
that Stewie's gonna still smoke us with 85,000 words, in the next 5 seconds.
You know
this
how
is
I do.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do know how you do. Yeah, prove it
we
if you
love
seen
how
it.
you do. We love how you do. You know what?
Alex said, my concentration is smut, very gay smut.
There you go. See, smut
Hey,
smut rules the world, man.
no, I'm just saying, like, Eva said I haven't finished anything, but I've started several over the years. I'm working on fantasy currently, gay fantasy. Hey, RSM plays. Thank you for joining us. And
CJJC.
CJ.
Wait, am I seeing new names?
Yeah, new people. Hi, new people. Uh,
New friend?
uh, see, and Daniel 14. Hey, yeah, gamers, yay, gamers rock. I'm
That's the
definitely
only
a
thing.
hardcore
See,
gamer.
I'm kind
Dude,
of jealous of
I was
this.
at a thrift store today. Like, as soon as I see any games at thrift store, I'm like checking them. Like, what's this? They had a Wii in there. I'm like taking that because that's a Wii that plays GameCube games, and you can't find those anymore. So I bought that up. Though I already got two in the house anyway. But you got backup when you're a gamer for life. You know what I
I'm
mean?
jealous of gamers for the simple fact that I can't game. I can't see.
I know, dude.
Plus, I
It's
don't have
sad.
any hand-eye coordination, so there's
I'd be
that as
sad.
well.
I'd be sad. But my goal is to make my Chronicles of Cagliostro into at least a visual novel.
Yeah, I
The
want to
game.
talk to you more about that when we get a chance.
Yeah, I like visual novels. If I can make it into an actual like action game or RPG, I'll totally be into that too. Don't get me wrong, because I play a lot of everything.
Now that I
So
know how to do.
yeah, so that
I make
that's gonna
my
be fun.
the the story I was telling you about with my niece. We
Mhm.
already have the board game stuff set up for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'm
I
all
used to
ready.
I used to board game back in the day, D&D and what you call it.
All right, I
Uh,
have my file ready. What time we starting to those?
why is it saying my chat disconnected? I don't know what that's about. Uh, is my internet out? Can you guys hear me
I
still?
can hear you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I don't
and
know
I can
what's
see you.
I don't know my tablets like 'cause I do my chat on my tablet because I don't do anything on here. I don't know. Well,
Yeah,
anyway.
I think you did go out because it says six is watching, so I think you might be gone. But we can still hear you and see you.
Okay, well, can you let them know we're ready to start the sprint? I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. Hopefully, my should have popped back in because on my computer it's not showing that I'm out, so I don't know what's up with that. So we can go ahead and jump in on the sprint. I'll count us out. 3, 2, 1, and right. See you in 15.
Guys, let me know if my typing is too loud and I need to mute.
Typing, we like the sound of typing.
Oops. Fuck. I'm just gonna mute.
Alrighty. We're done that sprint. Mm-hmm. Let's back over.
That scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry. I put it on a subtle beep. I don't.
My brain was somewhere else. I wasn't running.
I know. Just messing with you. Let's see here. Check this chat real quick. I better set a timer because we'll get talking.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna calm down though. I'm calm.
Girl, don't lie to me. I can read right through you.
No, really, I'm calm. I swear.
I'll try not to talk too much.
Yeah, you talk a little bit too much, Stewart. You need to work on that.
Yeah, calm down, Lee.
No, y'all probably won't believe it, but in high school, my teachers used to call me Mouth because I wouldn't shut up.
For real?
Yep.
Okay, turn to the quiet type.
Yep,
I did not talk in school. I didn't talk in school.
It was an art class, so I was allowed to talk. I still got in
Yeah, I
trouble.
know. What? That's how his creative juices flow. Like, what are they talking about?
She said I talk too loud.
Oh, brother.
Oh my god.
Oh, the censor people, like, you're talking too low. Like, you're talking too low. Maybe that's.
I used to get in trouble. I used to get
hearing Nate down
with my teachers for non-participation. I used to get in trouble for that. And it used to piss them off too because they were like, well, Lee, so and so and such, and they would always look at me like I didn't know. I just didn't participate.
Right.
And then they would try to catch me like, what's the answer to blah blah blah? I'm like 57. And then I always like shocked, like I would get it. Like I'm paying attention. I just don't talk.
Be like,
yeah, my junior and senior year in high school, I slept through all my classes, and the teacher didn't let me sleep. I went to a guidance counselor and slept on their couch. I was like, can't keep me from going there.
I used to try to get out of uniform violations. I used to stay in uniform violation. So when I knew I was going to get in trouble, like when my teacher was like, I'm done, leave, your tie isn't on, or whatever I was doing wrong that particular day, I would fake sick and go down to the infirmary until that class was over. Then I go to whatever my next class was.
That's too funny.
I only had to get past that first teacher, like your homeroom stuff, and the rest of the teachers didn't care, or if they cared, they didn't enforce.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my freaking iPad today, but it's acting like I can't even run my chat right now here.
Well, I got about a little over 100 words.
What'd you get, DL?
489.
Oh.
Good job. Good job.
What? You're slacking, DL.
I know.
It's with them low numbers, DL. So, I actually got a little bit more than I usually do, so I have a 460. I'm kind of into this murdering dude, so.
I'm working on my event agenda, so my word counts aren't going to be high.
No, they're not story. They're not story words. So.
Yeah, and even if it was story, though, I probably would only hit like 200.
She's like, no, I don't know what's going on with my tablet.
I do not write. I don't write fast. Like I write a lot, but I do not write fast. And I can type really fast, but if I'm working on something fresh, because I'm a weirdo, like the way I type is like the way I read.
Right.
So I'm like, and then the so-and-so and such and blah, blah, blah. And I literally type like that.
That's funny. All right, so I'm going to try to do the question. I don't know. Hopefully everybody can see me. I mean, if you guys can, I assume that they can, but my
we can see
tablet,
you on YouTube.
My tablet just being a, app, I'm not going to go into the whole app.
Don't curse at it, because then it'll really start acting up.
It already know who it is, okay? It already knows. It knows a bit. Like, I don't need to tell it. All right, so question number 2 is, if you could talk to your younger writer self, what would you say? Who wants to grab that first? You want me to grab it first? I'll grab it.
Yeah, you do it.
Okay, so I'll be like, listen, bitch. Like, you really need to write. Like, stop focusing, because I was very focused on my dance. Not there's anything wrong with that, but I would really tell myself, look, dance is, I'm going to say, fleeting in some ways. I mean, unless you are a professional dancer that's going to become a professional teacher later on, then if you just focus on that, and as a younger person, I didn't think that I wouldn't be necessarily doing that. So by the time I was 12, I knew I wanted to be a writer. So I just dance this called to me to do because I guess it's physical. I don't know the reason behind that, but I definitely would tell my younger self to focus on your writing as well. Don't put it on the back burner. Stop letting other things, come before it, so to speak. So I do a lot of stuff, so I could get distracted easily before. Now that I'm in my 30s, not so much. I'm more focused. So um, I would definitely try to help my younger self, though. I can't say that my younger self will listen completely because it's kind of like I could do everything, all the things all day. Like, maybe that's stubborn type, but I broke out of that crap. So that's what I would tell my younger self. So who wants to go next?
I would tell my younger self not to let other people influence my story. I know the one I started back in high school, I had done it as an essay for my English class. We had to do like a front and back improv type writing. And then after that, me and some of my friends just kind of kept adding on to it. And it just like went all over the place. So I would just tell myself, just pick a direction and follow that and not have it like everywhere doing everything. So
cool.
That's what I would pick.
That's definitely a good one for sure. And Aphrodite.
The first thing that came to mind for me was I would tell my younger self that everybody else is wrong.
Yeah, really.
Just go ahead and do what you want to do. They're all wrong. I would give myself permission to be okay with writing, because one thing with me as a younger person, I did write. It wasn't like I didn't, but I almost closeted myself as a creative in general.
Right.
And mainly because I was just so tired of being put down for liking the kind of stuff that I liked. I was always the different one, and I got put down for it so much. But I was also such a stubborn person that nothing that you were going to say to me was going to make me not do it.
Right.
But it did bring me a little underground and closeted. So I would tell that me, fuck them. Stay out in the light. Don't be under a bushel.
Yep.
You have full permission to feel the way you want, because the rest of the world will have to catch up.
That's right.
And the only other thing I can think of is listen to the people who were encouraging, because there were a few little sparks in there. Actually hear them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel that because I think a lot of mine, I did write, but I didn't I wasn't doing anything with it until I was probably like 19 and stuff, and I put my stuff out there. But again, I still would put the stuff on the back burner even in my 20s. Like, okay, I'm a writer, and I even write professionally as a side job, but I wasn't focusing on it. I knew that's what I wanted to do in the future. So the fact that I let other things distract me from it was because of me not believing in myself deep down. Like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, blah, blah, blah. But I definitely would tell my younger self that, like, you listen, just do it and stop fucking around. Like,
yeah. Oh my God, Alec, that was one of the main things I would get to. It was like, even as diverse as my family is, I was always called the white girl, but called as a put down. Like, because there's nothing wrong with being black. There's nothing wrong with being white. There's nothing wrong with being whoever and whatever you are. But the way they were trying to throw it at me was like they were trying to be a put down.
That's the problem.
Really hurts my soul to the end of the earth and back.
Yeah, that's something you always get. Of course, I got that growing up too. Once I was around other kids, because I'm a goth. So being a goth and being whatever race, it doesn't matter which race you are, and being goth besides white, then you get attacked for that because you're different. You listen to metal and rock and death metal and stuff like that, and they're like, well, why you listen to white people music? And I'm sitting there like, what are you talking about? Because somehow it's to a race type of music. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Just so we're clear, like every type of music is for everyone. So stop trying to put that on a focal thing. Like, I can't listen to this because I'm a certain race of people. Like, I'm supposed to listen to my culture music. Like, okay, I guess I'll pull some Native American drum music out, and I'll pull some African music. I'll pull some old British music, whatever the fuck that would be. I'll pull out some
Beatles, of course.
Like, I mean, if that's what you're telling me, people can't listen to music outside of their culture. Like that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, that's the sole purpose of music.
Right.
Me immersed
So
in culture. So that
I mean, you still get that
mine.
actually about being goth. You'll go in some goth groups, and I am in some, and you'll have people that are like, "Oh, you can't be goth because you're brown," blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, roll out of here with that. Like,
But I mostly, I mean, to be honest with you, I got stuff like, you know, you're ugly. So what makes you think that you deserve to be an actress? You are little. I used to be really little. You can't be a gymnast, or you can't be a dancer. This and I did all those things
yeah,
at the 100% level.
yeah,
Because the minute again you tell me don't tell me I can't do uneven parallel bars because I'm short,
yeah, exactly.
because
What are
I
we talking
can, and
about?
I did, and I did. I didn't even start. I didn't take ballet lessons until I was 12. Like that's
Yeah,
really late if you're gonna try to do it.
that is late for
But
ballet,
I
but yeah.
did ballet up until I was 30 fucking 5.
Exactly.
You
You can
know?
start anytime if you got the dedication to do it. Those it's better with dance to start as young as you can, but everyone doesn't start every style when they're younger. I'm gonna try to chat up with Chad a little bit as he
But then
did come back. And
when I decided that I wanted to do some acting, and there weren't roles for people who looked like me, so
of
I
course,
fucking wrote them. So I,
exactly. That's
you know what I'm
so
saying? Like
out of the box, man.
I just, oh my God, don't Evanescence. Oh, Evanescence was my life.
Oh, Lord. Wait,
Yeah.
before we get off on a tangent, because I know we can't easily. Let me try to catch up the chat real quick. See,
Hey,
Supernova.
shut up,
I think
everybody.
your question. Oh yeah, Supernova was talking about the video game. Yeah, I have all the Zelda Supernova, so that's too late for that. Like, I bought the collector's edition too of that. Oh yeah, Ava said I'm a talker. Blah blah blah. See, Ava said I got 0 words. That's okay.
All
Nothing
right.
wrong with that. I'm sure you can get some more next time. Let's see. Steven said I got 123. Good job. Steven said I'm usually quiet, but once you get to know me, I will never shut up around you. Yeah, that's a lot of people like that. Like, oh, no, you
What
yet,
are
you
you
know.
working on, Steven?
Let's see. Oh, Ava said I talk around everyone. Ava said chatterbox. Trying to see if I see any other numbers of anybody else. Okay. So all right, so we're down at the bottom of the chat here because we're gonna jump in on a sprint in about 3 minutes, and I'll let Aphrodite go and finish what she was saying. I think we did the second question so good. All right, so what were you saying, Aphrodite? So I'm back caught up with the chat now, so we good. Evanescence or something.
I don't know.
You sound like Evanescence. Everybody know Evanescence is
I saw where Alex said about Evanescence. I'm like, yeah, Evanescence was my jam.
Evanescence. Yeah, that's
Sing
yeah.
like,
Maybe
'cause I tell people that Amy is my cousin. So when I go out and I perform, I make sure I do an Amy song, at least one Amy song.
yeah.
And like, well, she's my cousin, so she doesn't care
Yeah,
if I sing her music.
yeah, I like Emily. She has a really good voice. I danced on her one of her newer songs. Um and then I was thinking about singing it because I can pull out her songs without too much problems. I do acapella, so I sing.
Yeah, for me and Amy, the only reason I can pull off Amy is because we have similar breathing
Hmm.
styles. Otherwise, it'd be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, I sing Annie Lennox as well because I can pull off the
See, I
acapella, but I
can't pull off Annie Lennox.
kind of turn her music a little bit more acapella. In some cases, like I seen the Lord of the Rings, some of the Lord of the Rings music that she did.
I've
But
come
yeah,
to the conclusion that Annie Lennox doesn't need to take breaths.
she does
So
not always.
I can't do her. I can't like I can
Yeah,
sing a
Curry
song,
don't take no breaths. I know that. Like,
but
seriously, though.
it wouldn't be. I don't have enough soul to pull off Annie anyway. Like I really don't.
Yeah, I do. I do
I don't.
Annie, and I do a song. This woman, I do a Gaelic song. You know, I sing in like 7 different languages. So I do a Gaelic song that's I turned it a little more acapella than the woman who does the song, but it still sounds quite similar to hers as well. And my chat's going again, so we're ready to do a sprint. Anyhow, I don't know what's wrong with you, iPad. You suck tonight, dude. Like, okay, and it's connected back. Yeah, you better listen to me. Like,
Threatening technology, girl. I'm telling you.
I don't listen. I'm the boss. Don't play with me, right? I'm just saying. All right.
Why is this
Uh,
boy messing with me right now?
oh boy, because if
I'm
you want to
sorry.
leave on. So we got about 50 seconds, and then we're gonna jump in on a 20 minute, 15, no 20, yeah,
15 or
20,
20.
a 20.
20.
I forgot we agreed on 20. So a 20-minute sprint, and then we'll be back. Don't worry,
I'm
you'll
gonna
hear
go
the
get some
alarm.
coffee.
Yeah. I think I just finished the rest of my iced coffee. I might have to go check that.
So I'll be back, but because I need to get some coffee because I'm not feeling good.
Okay, that's cool with
Boy,
me.
stop messaging me.
People always want to message you when you're in writing, man. I tell you.
I'll be back.
Yeah, and that's actually funny. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and count us out. 3, 2, 1, and right. See you in 20. Alrighty. 20 minutes up. Uh, how did everyone do? Uh, hopefully my chat won't be acting stupid. Let's pray. Mm.
um, I didn't get much done.
I didn't either.
I got some coffee though. So.
Uh, I'm hiding today because my kid, she wanted to come in the library and she'll just no. Right now she wants to do what I do. She wants to take all the books down, but she doesn't stop
Right.
because she's 3. So yeah, that was like no. So she's up taking a nap, so that's why I don't have too many distractions right now. Because other than that, I'd be distracted and be like, oh, Peor, no, Peor this, Peor that, and be like, I'd have that. So I got about let me see my numbers. Oh, about 510. Yay! I'm doing pretty good with this one though. But
I mean, that's not bad considering. Yeah, girl, what you talking about?
yeah, I just I'm not really into this story, and I'm laughing though. I probably shouldn't be.
So you're laughing, so it's probably warped and demented and crazy and scary.
Because he's a murderer, so like I shouldn't be laughing at some parts because I know what he's going to do. Like, so it's like, yeah, he's a crazy guy, but he's good looking too. But that's probably he's like Samoan with dreads and like 6'4" and shit. Like, so yeah, but he likes sprinkles. That's his thing. And
what the hell does that mean?
he actually literally likes sprinkles on everything.
Oh,
like
okay.
Sprinkles.
Because I took that to really bad places.
Well, you're Aphrodite, so you would. But I mean, you technically could take it to other places.
Right.
I mean, he likes sprinkles all the time, so but yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's called sprinkles. So
okay.
Yeah, so you'll think this one's pretty funny, but
you say I'll think it's funny, but it probably will scare me. And then it'll probably, because it scares me, then I'll be afraid of Samoan guys. So like I'll be like, okay, so The Rock and Jason Momoa and even AP Appa, I can't get his name right. He's Samoan. Did y'all know that he's light skinned?
Yeah.
He's Samoan.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be afraid of Archie from the comics now because it'll be all Danette's fault. No. I just realized I'm sitting in the dark except for my one little light. Y'all can see, right?
No, the lighting is really good actually. So
it's still kind of light outside too.
I still need some lighting. Like that's why my camera's always like The Simpsons on a budget cut. Like because I don't have any lighting. My library has the ceiling lights, and it's not efficient, obviously, for camera. So
yeah, because you don't want it beating down on your head. You want it beating in front of you.
Yeah, so I have to get some lights and put some. I'm probably gonna get me 2 rings or whatever and put them up on my wall here so it could be towards me.
I can show you how to do to rig some ring light though.
Yeah, I heard that you could. When I use like the string lights and did that, there seems the string lights. I have string lights hooked up around my desk, but when I use them, it still seems to downgrade my video quality.
I'll tell you. But I have like I have studio lights though because of
filming. I know you do filming.
So I have box lights and umbrella lights and stuff like that. But I mean, otherwise it casts. I have like my skin is like really 18,000 different colors. So if I don't have the light, then it just casts weird shadows on me. Yeah. So, and I just look more weird than I already look. So we don't need that.
Is awesome. So just fine. So numbers from everyone. Steven said 156. Look at Ava, like 800 even. You on a roll for real, girl. Like
I don't even think I'm gonna have 800 when I'm done tonight.
Funny. CL said 466. Ava said the lullaby I sing is usually a version of Amazing Grace since I can sing it without pushing my voice. Okay. That's good. I like lullabies. I wrote a lullaby way back for my mom, like when I was like in my early 20s. I think I named it like Sleep something because it has like different verses in it or whatever. I have to sing it for you guys sometimes. It's not very long, very short.
I sang a song to my son, and it was like, he's my baby boy, precious pride and joy. But it was just that over and over again. and I sang it to him before he got here.
Yeah.
And then up, whenever I was holding, I was singing. And one night I caught him in the room singing it to himself.
Oh.
And he always had this really deep, rough voice, even as a baby. So he's in there, he's in his bed, and he's going, "He my baby boy." And it was so cute. I was like, "Oh yeah, he's singing the song." It was so adorable. Like I would have given anything from back in the day to have like camera phones and shit. Like
Yeah, I know.
nowadays.
I'm trying to catch everything they do, but it's like
It was so adorable.
like my daughter has like a bajillion pictures. She does funny stuff all the time. She has a Mickey Mouse couch, and we have a split foyer that has 2 levels in the basement, and her playroom is on the second level of the basement, and it has about 5 or 6 steps to the second level of the basement. And she carried her Mickey couch up the steps, so she wanted to bring toys with her too up into the main part of the basement where we have all the gaming stuff at. So she put like her watermelon slice plushie that she likes to carry around and talk to, and a couple of her blocks and something else on the couch, unfolded the couch, and then pulled the couch up the steps from the fold end, and kept the part that kept it basket in and carried up the steps. Like, look funny. She's tall for her age and still look funny. She's a little person carrying a couch. Like, I was just laughing like, this kid is funny. Like,
They all are funny. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the water these days, but these kids are a mess. I'm trying to when I film my interviews done with one of the kids.
yeah.
And Ptolemy was here with me, so and because I'm not interviewing him, he had to be disruptive. And then he tells me, he's like, "Oma, we're done." I'm like, "We're not done. If I'm not done, no, we're done.
I'm done with this interview. Let's stop this now."
I'm like, boy, if you don't get out of my face trying to tell me what to do, and you're 30.
Yeah, because they're not really 3, they're 30. So anyway. Ava says sprinkles on mashed potatoes. Yum. Say what, girl? What? I never tried that.
What? No. What I'm not
even gonna lie with that. Like
butter, like sprinkled butter on some mashed potatoes. Yeah. Are we talking like candy?
Sprinkles.
No. What are y'all doing? Sprinkles on ice cream.
Yes. Now I'm sprinkle crazy on ice cream. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, probably. Like, I'll do like I used to, when I was a kid, I used to go to the ice cream truck, and that's what I wanted. Like the sprinkles on the bottom with the vanilla on top or whatever, and then melt, and then be like really, really yummy. So I stay away from buying sprinkles because I'm like, when I get vanilla ice cream, it's over.
I just discovered that I don't care for sprinkles.
It has to be the very specific soft ones.
Never
like that people bake with, and then people get them mixed up. Mom bought me some sprinkles one time. I was like, what's this?
Okay, Stewie, sprinkles or no sprinkles?
I like sprinkles on ice cream.
Yes, I knew he was my brother. So.
See?
Sprinkles.
I'm not sprinkling. I like
you said they like sprinkles on everything. Yeah. The dude, he keep calling recipes for different things to use sprinkles for. I don't know if it's all good, but that's what he's doing. But I mean, he's not exactly sane either. So.
Oh my god, so inappropriate. Ask me why I taste good right now. No, you have to ask me why do you taste good?
I'm getting there. Why you taste good right now?
Because in my blindness, I have these creams that I have to use on my skin because my skin sucks. And I also bought these, let's just call them lotions from the specialty store. And they kind of look like my other regular lotion. So I made a mistake and I put the flavorful one that you can eat, the edible kind.
Oh, the edibles. Okay.
On my skin. And then I realized, like, wait a minute. What did I do? And I'm like, oh shit. So I taste really good right now.
Girl, yeah.
I really I'm not even kidding. I'm going to get like a labeler and I am going to start labeling shit so I don't do stuff like that.
Well, see, I love lotions that smell like food. That's like, I have a lotion issue too. Like, I'll buy lots of lotions and I don't need to buy more. But there'll be like pina colada, there'll be pineapple, strawberry, something, and then they'll come out with.
But are they edible? See, I got that.
Girl, no, I'm those days are over. I don't buy edibles no more. Okay, I have a baby. It's over for me. Let me stop.
It is never going to be over. I will be rocking shit till the grave.
No, because I'm not even with the edibles. No, no.
But I'm so mad with myself because I'm like, because I do get the stuff that smell good, but
Mm-hmm.
I really literally put the wrong one on.
You too funny though. Be like, oops,
Like,
oops.
lick me.
Now I'm food. Like, what's happening here? Like, you funny.
I
Don't
just,
do that around the dude from Sprinkles. He might just do
oh,
something that you're not gonna like. I'm just saying.
sure. I'm so mad with myself. I can't believe I did it. And I'm going to get like, maybe I'll start transferring stuff into different kinds of bottles so that I know, oh, wait, that's the good girl stuff and that's the actual lotion. I smell, I taste like, hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
What you
Sugar
trying to say?
glazed donut.
Oh, really? That's actually pretty good. I have never bought that before. I used to have like coconut something, chocolate something else like back in the day. I don't
Sugar
buy
glazed donut.
I had time for like trying to be food and stuff. Like I have enough problems with that. I don't know nobody. No, to be like
I'm
actually.
just like, I'm laughing about it, but I was so mad. Like, how did I do
How
that?
did I get this mixed up? Ava said I'm weird.
Of it before I realized that I was putting on the wrong one.
Oh, Ava said I'm weird, but I'm not sprinkles on potatoes weird. Promise. Well, that's good to know. Good to know.
If
Alex, I'm
you
working
lick me
on a
right now,
video.
if you licked me right now, you'd be very happy with it because it really does taste like glazed donut.
You messed up. Wait, you don't like glazed donut? I'm just saying.
And the other thing I have is cake frosting
Mm,
and
birthday cake,
no, a wedding cake.
wedding cake. Okay. Right,
You know,
sweet.
because I'm pure. No, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, if you're putting edibles on, you're trying to be pure. I'm just saying, but it's not. DL shaking his head like.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's not how it works. Um, Alex and I are working on a video. Alec is slacking. That's okay, Alec. We all got those days where we need to slack.
I think I
So
need more light. Yeah.
you good actually. I don't think you need more light.
No, I
Unless
mean, yeah, I can't see.
you want to send some of that light over my way, like I'll take it and shit. Like, I'm just saying. They talk about your edibles in the comments. So
Oh Lord.
Alex said, "Can I lick you?" Laugh.
I'm saying if you lick me, you would be pleased.
You are too funny.
It
Maybe
tastes really good.
maybe like eclairs. I'm just saying, like I don't like eclairs, but
No, I don't like. I don't like. I shouldn't say that. Like, because I do like chocolate candy bars, but I don't like chocolate cake or chocolate ice cream.
I'm
I
not.
like plain chocolate.
I'm an anomaly. I'm a female that don't really like chocolate. I
Like,
don't like chocolate.
but vanilla. I'm a vanilla girl.
I'm a strawberry girl flavored almost everything. I like strawberry flavored stuff. I don't chocolate don't interest me at all. My daughter's the complete opposite. Like she's definitely a woman.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like chocolate that much either.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know what it is. I'm not a chocolate person.
I'm like surprised because a lot of women like they always say women love chocolate. I'm like that's not.
I don't think that's really true. I think we like
I think that's
receiving.
true.
I think we like receiving the candies. I don't know so much if you're because I don't know
I'm not
anybody
a
that
candy
really is
person.
into chocolate. I really don't.
Maybe we just all know weird women.
That could be true too. You know, birds of a feather.
Yeah.
I like lemon. I like
weird women.
lemon and pineapple. So I like tropical and citrus.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not a berry fan.
I'm not a
berry
well,
fan.
maybe if you're a sweets person, I'm not really into sweets like
Yeah,
that.
that's probably what it is because I'm not a sweets person.
I like ice cream now. I like ice cream, and I like subtle sweetness like a cheesecake because it's not like sweet. Though the calorie count is ridiculous, so I try to stay away from that.
I like to eat dark chocolates, but I like to
Oh, Alex said most women like milk chocolate. I don't know. Maybe they might. I'll have to look it up. I'm sure there's a study because it didn't come from nowhere that they say that. It might be something that females' hormones specifically like.
Might be.
So
or guys like giving it to their girls just so that they can eat it later and not feel guilty.
I really think that's what it is that they like receiving it. It's something to it mentally because I could go the rest of my life and never eat chocolate again.
Right now, if a dude, any guy they know not to give me chocolate. First of all, like, dude, if it's Valentine's Day, you better not roll up here with some chocolate. First of all, I don't care about Valentine's Day. But second, if you do feel inclined to buy me candy, period, think again and buy me a video game. I will definitely be much happy with that. Like, don't roll up here Valentine's Day with a bushel of video games. We gonna be good. I'm just saying. I don't need
If
flowers.
I'm eating, but if I'm eating the chocolates with you, then I'm down. I'm down for that.
Yeah,
But
I don't really do
I
chocolate.
don't. I mean, what I mean to say is, it's not like I hate chocolate or anything, but it's just
Yeah.
not. If I never had chocolate again, I would not miss it.
No, I'm not. I don't miss it. And at Valentine's Day, when my parents used to get all of us candy, my dad would have to get me Hershey Kisses only because I didn't like the candies with all the stuff in it.
Hmm.
I would not touch it, so he had to just get me like the box with the Hershey Kisses, and I thought, it's like, don't get me stuff with stuff in it. No.
Right.
Like,
I know
no,
what you're talking about.
I don't
But
want
I
none of
do
that stuff.
like. I like to get the dark chocolate, the Dove
Mhm.
dark chocolate stuff, and do stuff with that. But
Yeah,
other than that,
I
I'm
don't.
not a sweets person.
Yeah, I'm not into that too much. I like meat. That's why.
Oh, here we go. I'm not a
Ooh,
meat person either.
I am though. I don't. No, I'm gonna play that. Like, so I told you I had bear, so I'm just saying. Like, but that's
Bear
because I work in
jerky's good.
Yeah, the bear jerky I had, and I had the bear soul. I think it was like a
Soylent.
roast. Yeah, but it was like a roast though. It tastes like roast beef, which I was a little surprised by that, and I was a little like, "What?" It shocked me. It was good, but working at Hanover Food, I was like all around like hunters and shit. So that's when I got like the deer jerky and shit. I would buy rolls of deer
Oh
jerky
yeah.
when they do the hunting and
Oh
everything.
my god, I
So I
would
could still
be.
go
I
around
would
there and get stuff.
start.
Bear was really good. Like that was rare because the guy who was a hunter, he did kill a bear, and then he had him stuffed, and then
I
he
didn't know you were allowed to eat bear in the United States.
Hmm.
I didn't know.
yeah, you are. So
Because I know there were places like
There's
you
a
have horse in the United States, but in Canada you can get horse meat.
yeah, I'm not into like always killing different animals and stuff like that for no reason. But being Native American, I can respect
I
it if you
mean, to eat
everything from
is
the animal.
different.
Well, if you
Eating
eat
is
everything
different.
from the animal, then I can respect it because if you use their hide, you ate the meat. You didn't just waste it. Like, "Oh, I killed you, and now that's it." Like,
You
but
didn't
if
Donald
you
Trump
use
Jr.
everything,
a tiger just to show it that you
oh
did
my fuck, like that pisses me
it.
off. Like, if you don't use everything from the animal, then I feel it's like a waste. Like, you could have, made
I mean,
clothing out of
people do make a big fuss about over they're alive, and I told them all plants are alive too.
it. Yeah, everything is actually alive.
Everything has a
Everything
spirit.
that grows
And
is alive. So,
not to be all corny, but everything has a spirit.
yeah, like that
Plants
plant,
and animals are
it
alive.
was growing and alive till you chopped its stalk off, like you murdered it. What are you doing? Like, you know what I
I mean,
mean?
I've eaten some plants that were still alive because before uprooting them.
Right.
Oh my god! And if you ever taken a grapefruit off a tree and just ate it right
Yeah.
then,
I've done an apple out of it.
woo! It feels like you're eating life. I know I'm really
Like
being
energy.
corny. I'm not going to go there, but
No,
it's
no,
so
it's true.
great. It's so great.
Yeah, but it's like, that's that thing. Like, all things have life to them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I could literally write you a horror
Oh
about
Lord.
when you're cutting stems off of the plants and then, like, screaming and shit, like, murdering.
Have you seen
Like,
Sausage Party?
yeah,
Oh my god! I saw that. Okay.
I love
The
that, man.
17-year-old boy in me had a ball with that movie. I loved it. I don't care what anybody says. It was stupid, over the
Dude,
top, and it was
I was
perfect.
laughing,
I
man.
mean, it had a talking dish.
Yep.
I'm like, and it was a dish. I was like, this is great. And
Yeah.
it was great. It was great. It was everything it was so many things so wrong, and it was so great.
Those are the best comedies, man.
Oh,
It's
Oh yeah.
good.
yeah.
Euro Trip is like one of my favorite comedies. There's so much wrong going on in that movie. It's too funny.
Every look, I kept watching it going, oh my god, how did they get away with
Mhm.
the movie was called Sausage Party, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was kind of part of it did kind of creep me out too, because it was like they were these
Sausage Party
poor
salad.
foods who were living these righteous lives, just waiting to make it out of the supermarket and to be taken home, just to find out that going home meant their death.
Dude, I know.
There was nothing on the other side, bitches. You are going to be chopped up, mutilated, cooked, boiled, fried, and eaten.
Like, man, you think about the layers of that movie though? Like,
Yes.
the animal first, then the animal becomes the meat. And then the meat's still going through what the animal went through to become the meat, and then it
Oh,
goes
the
all the way to
taco. Oh my God, the taco. Oh, the movie. It was. I loved it. I loved it. I admit it. I admit it. It was. I loved it. And matter
I
of
don't
fact, I might
know.
have to watch it. I have to watch it tonight.
Probably was like vegans, probably like, I told you. I always mess with my mom and my brother because she's a raw vegan. My little brother's a vegan, so I'm like, so what are you guys eating today? Bark and berries.
Wow.
How's that air taste?
Chopped down a few trees this morning.
I always like messing around with them. It was too funny. So our third question for the night is: in your work in progress, do you know the ending? If you have written it, maybe you know the ending because of that. Also, have you changed it from the original planned ending, and how has it affected your overall story, if at all?
I know the ending of all of my stories. Um, the only ones that have changed are the ones I started back when I was like in my anywhere between 20s to 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those changed, but not by much. Anything that's from 40s to now, they've not changed. What was the other part of the question?
Let's see. Also, if you have changed it from the original planned ending, how has it affected your story overall?
The the ending of one. I'll just say it. I have one called The Best of Friends,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the ending so much didn't change, but I made sure I added a part to it that made the ending make sense, because you know how sometimes when you're writing and you're into your story and you just get it,
Yes.
but if somebody else is reading it, it feels like something was missing that should have explained something.
Yes.
So I wound up writing 2 additional scenes that made the ending make sense. So the ending technically didn't change, but the story changed a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, so I know the ending of everything. I don't start writing until I know what I'm gonna write.
Okay. Cool. All right, Dio, what you got?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I plot everything out first. I have very thorough outlines. Like my memoir, my outline was like probably 17,000 words just for
Yeah.
the outline. So
Mm-hmm.
I already know where it's going and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've never had a end change. I've changed the middle some
Right.
or whatever as things not come to me, or I decide not to go about it.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that really changes the overall story, just more the minor side plots and stuff.
All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. I guess we have a stream full of plotters here. And
Yeah,
I'll check the
I
comments in
am
a
a
minute.
plotter.
Yeah. So I'm a plotter myself, but I have recently. That's the first time that I have um changed an ending, but it was probably going to change from the beginning. Like I knew the ending, but I when I did the when I started thinking of the revision, because what happened was I finished the story, then when I read the story, I knew that there were, I think, a plot hole or two, in my opinion. I don't think anyone else would have caught it, but I caught it because I wanted something else from the story, and it was missing some key elements, in my opinion. So when I was just chatting with my older brother, who's a gamer as well, and he writes, but we were chatting, and then it's like an epiphany happened.
I
And
love
I had this whole thing. He's like da da da, and I'm like da da da, like. So
that.
then it made sense, and I'm like, this needs to be in there because this is going to fuel more better story plots and later on too. But that made me change how the ending would be for the first novel, and also what it affected was Cagliostro's part of his personality. So I after reading the story back and everything, and the conversation between him and the female lead, I figured that with his age, maybe some of his speech should be a little bit different, or his responses to things should be a little tiny bit docile in his responses. So I changed some of his personality traits to fit him more, in my opinion. So the ending did affect some of the story in that instance, and that's the first time for me since I've written lots of stories, not
Right.
completing all of them, but that's the first time my ending actually changed, which
That
is
sounds that
better,
sounds
I guess.
similar to like what happened with Spencer.
Mhm.
Spencer, nothing about who he was changed. Like the Spencer that you read was always the Spencer,
Mm-hmm.
but I noticed that with his mood and his attitude, it didn't have any. You didn't know why,
Right.
and so I made sure I incorporated more as to why he was so the way he is. I don't want to say it, but the way he is, and
Oh, I get that.
so before I just showed you, like, oh well, he did this thing and he said that thing, and it was still okay because we're talking like I wrote it like 40 years ago, so
Yeah, yeah.
I was like 17 or 18, something like that. But when but now when I did it, I made sure that you understood why he was this sad or brooding or whatever emotional thing he was going through, as
Right.
opposed to looking like an emo kid. Because I did put that as a joke in the book where they one of the characters referred to the Caprio kids as emo freaks,
Mm-hmm.
and they were kind of just looking like emo kids without you knowing that hey they got some legit shit in their background going down. So think that's those are the kind of things that changed, but the story didn't.
Yeah, I get that.
My writing got better, and
Yeah, definitely. I have to
yeah,
agree.
that's really what it came down to, is that the way I told the story was better,
Better.
and
Yeah.
that when Stewie was talking about his like his really in depth outline thingy, when
Yeah.
for me that's my synopsis. Like
Yeah.
I will break down each of my stuff, and I'll have uh maybe I don't even know. I'm trying to think. The one I have is like 8 to 12 pages
Mhm.
long of that kind of a breakdown. But
Yeah.
that's not my outline. My outlines are different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will get into that, and when I'm making sure that I'm getting stuff straight. But
Yeah.
I generally the thing with that is I generally don't even get that much depth with it,
Yeah.
and I do it while I'm writing because I want to keep my Bible straight.
Yeah, I get you. I get that. Let me see if anybody else answered the question in the comments.
Even yeah, I am way over 50. Yes. Don't
Let's
let
see.
the cartoon character voice fool you again. I am old.
I said, yes, I know the ending. Yes, it's changed. It affected it by combining a larger arc to the story, rather than trying to split it into separate stories. Cool, cool. Do, 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 do. Front page card.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question because I never really thought about it. But yeah, my stories pretty much from when I conceptualized them have the bulk of them have not changed. Just my telling has changed, if that makes sense. The
Yeah,
story didn't change, but my storytelling changed.
yeah.
So
Um,
yeah.
let's
Yeah,
see.
I'm a dirty old lady, Alec.
It's just that there's a saying there, Ava, about black don't crack type of.
Wait a minute, no. Black don't crack, Asians don't
Asians
raisin.
don't raisin. That's the saying that
I got a double whammy.
you don't look like 50. And Aphrodite, like I didn't know Aphrodite was in her 50s at all.
I'm pushing 60 and proud.
Yeah, she should be, but I didn't know she was. And we are like, she'll say I'm her daughter from another, another universe probably. But to me, she was like sister because our personalities match so much, and she's like generations away from me. So,
And we have a lot of similarities too, considering how
we
far apart
do.
we are.
Then you're like I guess you are. You might because my mom is technically close to a Gen Xer, though she's the in between a Gen Xer and a baby boomer. So I guess you are similar in that because you guys are really close in age. But
Yeah, because I'm in her generation, but I'm just such a throwback. And I think what happened with me is I kind of got caught. I mean,
mhm,
not caught. I got stuck at a certain age.
mhm.
And I don't mean like immature wise. I mean, I'm immature as fuck, but I don't mean that. I mean, I think I got stuck in a certain time and then just didn't move out of it. So a lot of
I
my
think everybody gets to a certain point, and that's just the case. Like
yeah,
I'm probably 90s because that was the time, teenager time, and I was like, the golf chick, and I listened to my metal, my rock. I didn't change from that time period, so that's pretty much what happens with people. I think that's just the nature of it.
yeah. I mean, people get me all the time because they're like, I I still dress like I'm a 80s throwback kid.
You dress like you dress. My mom said she never dressed like an old lady
And
because
I'm
she
ever
let her
going
body fit
to.
stuff. She's like, I'm not. Nobody don't tell me.
I'm not ever going to. I'm gonna
I'm
always.
not wearing a shirt. I'm not wearing a shirt outside my pants. Type of older lady. That's not happening. My mom's place
Oh
very
my
nice.
God. My friends were looking because my friends, obviously, they're all in their 50s. Actually, I'm still older than most of them too, but they're still in their 50s. And
Yeah.
they're like, girl, what are you doing with your hair now? And why is it pink? and you know, stuff like that. I'm like, they're like, you are fat. Why you got that mini dress on? Because my legs are the bomb. So I'm
Yeah, though. I am jealous of your legs. So I'm saying. Me and my mom was talking about that. Like this bitch got legs. What's going on?
I'm sorry. I don't care. You cannot dictate to me what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do what I want to do.
Yeah, there's no age dictation about dressing. People are like, well, you get older, you'll stop this. Yeah, people told me that when I get older, I won't play video games, but that's not gonna happen. So bye.
I went out with this one guy one time. And, I mean, not out, like we were just friends going out. And there was a girl. Now, mind you, you see, there was a girl, and she was about a size 11, 12, you know, and
Mhm.
she looked adorable. She had on these cute little hot pants and this little teeny shirt, and she was getting her boogie on and everything. And he had the nerve to say, she is too fat for what she's wearing, and blah, blah, blah. And I looked at him, and mind you, like 18 times bigger than this girl he's talking about. And I'm going, well, I wonder what the fuck you say about me when I'm not around. You think she is fat?
Yeah, really.
She is wearing them shorts. And he was like, oh no, your shape and you're this and you're that. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear. We don't put other people down. You can't be
Yeah.
too fat and too skinny, whatever, how you can like what you like. That's not what I'm saying. Because I do like me a tall, lanky boy. I do.
Yes, I
But
know.
there's nothing wrong with short, chubby guys either. So I hate when people do that. I hate it
I
so much.
know. Hey, but they as far as the millennial age, it ranges. They've changed it a few times because they wasn't sure since the baby boomers had two generations of kids pretty much. They went back and forwards on it a little bit. At one point they were like 1980 after 1985, and then they were like, oh, 1980, and then they were like, oh, well, we're not going to count the kids that were born in 78, 79, like that we're going to block out this number here so they don't like have a generation and shit. Like, so it's kind of like funny. I can't say I'm a millennial, so I'm going to probably go with what they said before they decided to change it, just because the baby boomers had two generations of kids because they were having kids really young, and then they had kids when they were older. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have kids when you were really young. Because
Now I
then,
was born in the early 60s, because I was born in a different boom too. So I was born in the early 60s boom.
yeah, so like the Gen Xers was the thing, Generation X or whatever. It was like my older brother, and I'm like just at the cusp of that. I'm probably gonna have to say I get along and probably more like a Gen Xer. I'm definitely not a millennial. I don't get along most of the case with millennials in most cases, unless they're cool.
I mean,
Because
I don't care. I don't care what you are.
I would love not to care, but in most cases, our views are so different that on me, I'm pretty open for whatever. Like I don't really care what people do, so it's kind of like I can get along with a whole room of people, different types of settings. But then you get into discussions, and then your views are completely different, and that's just how it is. Generations can't always get along because they see things differently. Baby boomers can't necessarily always get along with Gen Xers, and definitely probably not millennials, even that they're their kids, because they see their stuff differently. That's just how it is. But I mean, that's cool. It's whatever.
My whole thing has always been, and I celebrate the differences. So that's why it never bothers me, because I can acknowledge that we have a different mindset or whatever they want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also open to that.
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
lot.
I grew up in the manual typewriter age, and
Yeah.
now we have laptops, and
Oh yeah.
I love it all.
There was no internet. Like when I was born, it was like that was just coming a thing, and it wasn't. I didn't have like computer internet when I was like kid. That wasn't really a thing. Like we still had payphones and VCR.
Right.
You tell millennials like a VCR, like what the fuck you talking about that historic thing? Like what's that?
Oh,
You go in like Walmart and they still try to still sell like the VHS tapes, and it's like I was like, what's this ancient artifact? Like
no. Wait a minute. We were talking about change a few minutes ago. Okay, I have a script called Johnny Raven.
Okay.
When I wrote Johnny Raven, this is funny. When I wrote Johnny Raven, there were scenes where the characters had to go to telephone booths to
Mm,
make calls. So so I think I was 17 when I wrote Johnny Raven. So
mhm,
now when I rewrote it like 10 years ago because we were filming
mhm.
it,
Yeah.
I had to take all that shit out and add cell phone. No, I'm still wrong. When I rewrote it the first time, I had to take stuff out and put beepers, the pages that people used to carry. And then when I rewrote it the last time, when we were ready to film it, and I'm going through it, I'm like, oh shit, no one carries these. So I had to put cell phones. So I did go from telephone booths to cell phones. Those kind of changes had to be made. And then
Those
I
type of
changed,
changes do have to be made. That's why you gotta be careful when you're
right.
writing too. Think about that ahead of time. Like if you put, okay, like I'm writing that short was called Sprinkles, but I might take it out. I did mention Netflix in there, and I'd be like, I really don't like Netflix personally. I have Netflix because
I
I
love
like have
Netflix.
everything on my entertainment level, but I don't watch. Oh, I don't even watch anything Western anymore. I'm like done with that. I only watch like K dramas and Japanese stuff. I always have watched Japanese stuff, but now I'm just all Eastern, so I don't watch anything that's Western. But Netflix is in there, and I'm like, I don't know if I should leave that because at some point that might not be a thing. But
Right.
something like Netflix probably will be around, so it might be okay. But you try not to put yourself in that box where you're writing it into a whole setting of time period because then people are like, "What the fuck is a Walkman?"
But see, I don't mind that. I don't mind that so much. I don't
Right.
mind if something gets time stamped, but it definitely needs to be intentional if you do it.
Yeah, because you might do. Some people might do it because it's just something that they know. But I'm saying, like, if it's a, it might be someone who can't relate to it. They don't know what the hell it is. I'm gonna go look it up or something. Like, what?
I really don't mind. And you were talking about the VCR. I still have my VCR. I still have records, record players,
Well,
and
those are like,
tapes. Never getting rid of
record
my shit.
players. I mean, people keep that kind of stuff like antique, and some people are really into collecting records and shit like that. So, I mean, I don't know many people that's still into like collecting
Hey,
VHS
Frank
tapes.
fries.
You know what I'm saying? Records are a totally different like beast, to be honest. So,
Yep, vinyl.
all right, so we probably should go and start out 20-minute sprint. I think that may be the last one of the night because I think I have to. It'll be at my 9 o'clock something time that I got to do stuff. Yeah, I'm a vampire. I do stuff at night. It's crazy. um, all right,
What?
so we're gonna do a 20-minute sprint. I know it's shocking. Um,
Janet Jackson? How do you not know who Janet
Janet
Jackson is?
say what happened?
Eva
What?
said that her daughter didn't know who Janet Jackson was.
That's not surprising. It's a kid, you know.
My mom got mad with me because she called me one day and she's like, how come I can't do her voice, she has a deep voice. How come your son has just informed me he doesn't know who Barbara Streisand is? And she basically told me I failed as a mother and as a Jewish person.
Barbara Streisand.
And so I was like, he's fucking with you. He knows who Barbara Streisand is. But it dawned on me like I wasn't sure, but I was trying to cover my ass. And she hung the phone up on me. She did not talk to me for 2 days.
Oh my lord, that's too funny
Oh
though.
no, you don't fuck with
No, I
Barbara.
mean little kids don't necessarily know like certain like only reason I knew like all the R&B singers and stuff like that or the pop singers back in the day is because my mom would listen to them and that wasn't my gig. Like that wasn't the type of music I like. I didn't get to listen to the type of music I liked anyway until I was like 13 because my mom's just didn't like
Oh,
care
really?
or like
My mother used to bring home whatever I asked for.
yeah, no, I wish my mom was like this. She wasn't like this. She was like, "This is what you listen to." And for a long time, she was all strict, like Christian. She was like, gospel music only." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm not listening to that." So,
See,
no,
my
no,
parents, my mom is Jewish,
yeah,
and so we had Barbara Streisand, and my father, everything he listened to was in Arabic. So
yeah, yeah. Well, Arabic music's pretty good. You know, I'm a dancer, so I heard that music
I
before.
do.
But when I was 12, then I became me. Well, technically, I couldn't wear makeup and shit. My mom wasn't allowed on that, or dress necessarily the way I want to dress. I couldn't do that till I was 19.
You would have had a ball with my mother.
Yeah, I know, man. She would let me be myself. I was doing myself, but I did have my music though, because Corn was my band when I was like 12.
Girl, what
Like
you
that, I was Corn. I still listen to Corn to this day. Now it's like now I'm a geezer. That's what's going on. All right, so let's go ahead and jump. Let's go jumping on this sprint. So I'm gonna count us out, and then we'll close out when we come back. So 3, 2, 1, and right. See you in 20.
Yeah, Tevin Campbell. But you got to remember the name, all that stuff. I'm old listening to that stuff. I'm a Beatles era. Don't forget.
Alrighty. It's in about 20 minutes sprint. Oh, wow. How did everyone do?
I did great. I got quite a bit done.
Oh, okay.
Feel a little bit more comfortable about the agenda for the novel release party.
Oh
Just
yeah,
put
I
up
might
and
have
make
another
it-
might have another writer that's interested in doing a like give the book and all that jazz and for sale that you were talking about.
Oh,
I,
cool.
Yeah, I might send you a couple copies. I think I got a couple
oh,
here.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I have a whole table that I'm setting up that's just for other writers, and I haven't asked yet, but I'm hoping that this girl named Danette is going to be the MC and discuss more about like independence and publishing and stuff like that. But I haven't asked her yet. Don't tell her.
You're funny. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm good.
But I want so it's because it's from 6 to 9. It's 3 hours, and the way I'm yeah, I do everything in 3 acts. I'm a writer, so I'm trying to get it to where there's enough going on. I do not want the whole thing about me. I want the thing about writing. Of
Yeah,
course, I do want it to be about Shattered,
of course.
but it doesn't. I don't want it 100% focused about me, because it isn't all about me. It's about a tribe. It's a village.
That's
So
good.
I'm so fucking excited and hyped about this. But at the same time, I'm nervous because I do not know what I'm doing. And so I'm just trying to say, you know what? You don't have to know what you're doing. Just do what you want. Make that work.
True, true. Oh man. Okay, so Ava said 0 words. She's watching the rapping author tuber. I don't think I know about that author tuber. Um,
What?
rapping author
Probably
tuber.
me.
I was gonna say, ain't that DL?
I was going to say what? You watch the DL? Um, CL said I got 733. Yes, CL. Good job on that one. I think I pushed out about 478. That's what I got.
I
I'm
don't know.
about
I got a lot
actually
this time.
I'm almost done the sprinkles. I'm to the very end. So I'm at the climax at this point. So which is good.
I
Laying
can think
down.
back till you go. I'm the king of rap. There is none higher. Sucker MCs, they call me sire. You see, y'all didn't know how cool I was. Y'all didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Don't let these glasses fool you.
I'm not fooled. Oh man. So yeah, that's good numbers. I think everybody did pretty good tonight. Even so, we got some good talking. I like to do the questions because it always gets you thinking. As a writer, you should ask yourself a lot of questions.
Yeah, because I didn't. The last one, I never even really thought about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, true, true. So, we will be back on Tuesday for I guess what you said, nano
Yeah,
marathon.
one more extravaganza. Well,
Okay.
it's our normal Tuesday, so around 8 o'clock will still be my normal
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday write-in. But I'm going
Yeah.
to be writing all day Tuesday. So what I plan on doing, because some of the tribe members also have write-ins for that day, is I'm going to write, and then I'm going to jump out of mine, go to theirs, jump back into mine. I'm just going to keep streaming all day until I cannot type another word. I have dedicated Tuesday to writing, because I have done everything else except writing, and that is not me, and I'm feeling it in my soul.
Yeah, you gotta get. I guess you gotta get that
And you
right.
know me, I have to tell stories. I'm a geek and I have to do it. And I've been still working like writing adjacent. Like I've been doing my stuff for my films, I'm doing stuff for the projects and stuff like that, but I have not written one word for any of my books.
Yeah, I get that. It happens
So
sometimes. Right?
Tuesday, Tuesday belongs to books.
Awesome. Great Fire said 486, and I wasn't even planning on writing. So woo,
Oh shit. That's
good. That's a good surprise. All right. Yeah. All right. So we'll be back Tuesday, and then I guess I'll probably have to jump off obviously on Tuesdays. I usually have to be done around like 9:30, 10 o'clock, usually at night in most cases. So
Right.
Aphrodite will continue on until whenever. So anybody that's on our stream can stay with her and write your heart's content.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I'm gonna start Tuesday around 2 in the afternoon,
mm,
and I'm gonna go as long as I can until I think I don't remember who has a sprint win, but I'm going until I
Sky
can.
has one that morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to jump in after Skies. To start
yeah,
mine after Skies because I'm gonna be on Skies.
yeah. So I never get the morning. I think the people that do mornings sprints. I
Yeah, I
don't.
never make the morning ones either.
Yeah, I
Either
used to make Elena's, but I don't. I haven't been morning times is bad for me. Working it's just like uh, I never am home enough to do them. I always have to miss them.
yeah, even when I'm home, I still miss those because that's when I'm doing other work. I do
Yeah,
have other work, so I have to do that. But or I try to make sure that I have all my old lady appointments during the day so I can have my nights to write.
yeah, true,
So
true.
that's
Yeah,
why the nights work better for me. Like, because people always say, "Well, do you write at night or I write whenever I can sit still? I write. I don't have a thing, but it just seems like it falls at night because that's when things are more calm in my world."
right, right. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I mean. That's pretty good. So yeah. All right, so I guess we could do our closings. Do you want to take your closing? Anything you got going on? You need to let people know about.
I'm DL Stewart. I write adult medieval fantasy for the remainder of this month, which is just a couple of days. But my debut novel, The Battle for Metagore, is on discount for on Amazon for 99 cents for the ebook and $12.99 for the paperback. After that, it will go up to its normal price, which is $4.99 for the ebook and $14.99 for the paperback. You can sign up for my newsletter on my website, dlstewartauthor.com. And if you sign up to my newsletter, you'll get sent the first 2 chapters of my novel for you to be able to read for free to see if you like it or whatever before you go buy it. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. Everything's DL Stewart Author. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yay! I have to go get me a copy of that. Actually,
Yep, I got mine, and
I like physical books, so I'm gonna have to get
me
back to
too.
work.
I'm getting the physical book. I'm just so poor that I can't right now, but I'm getting that damn book,
Uh,
even if I have to pay the full price. I don't care.
I be like DL, like how I'm supposed to get a signed copy? Like I need a signed copy.
Well, maybe you can get one at the at my novel thing. He'll sign one.
Yeah, I could buy a second one. I don't mind. But I
I'll
like
say
getting.
I can sign it and mail it to you.
Yeah,
I think I got like
yeah,
50
cool.
copies here.
Yeah, yeah, I could maybe I'll buy one directly from you. I like to get autographs if I can. I cried one time. I missed Ari Salvatore. He
Oh,
came in
Lord.
town, and he was at the Baltimore Barnes and Noble downtown, and I was like, I did not know that, and I don't go to Baltimore for no one, but I probably would go for Ari Salvatore. I did cry a little bit about that because he's my favorite writer. So, but I like to get autographs if I can because I'm sure DL Stewart's going to be a big deal, and I'm be like, look whose signature I got it right here, like his first book, man. I can't wait for that. So,
I know, right? I, I know.
that's gonna be awesome. Like, I love that. Like, I'm like, yeah, I know that dude. Like, all right, you want to do your closing after that?
Yeah, well, for me, I want to say thanks to DL Stewart. My book Encounters is on sale for the rest of the summer for 99 cents because I didn't know how to do that until he showed me how to do it. So I have that done, and the physical book is $5.99, I think, something like that. It's under $6. So you can get that kind of thing going on if you're into that, but please be an adult because it is very adult content. Um, I don't have anything else that's going on other than the fact that Tuesday it's not our normal Tuesday. We're marathoning Tuesday for the last ditch effort for Camp Nano mainly because there are a lot of people still trying to get stuff in, but especially me because I'm done with Camp Nano, but I'm not done with my writing shit. So I hope I see everybody Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
Well, we have all the links below. Actually, I need to get DL. I'll get your stuff and put it below. Because I don't have your stuff on here. And I like to put our guests on here as well. And I need to add your name to the tribe because I don't think I've updated the tribe for a minute.
I have it if you need it. I have I made a updated list and have it on my desktop. with
Okay. I
everybody's
have
name.
everybody's links and stuff on here, but I don't have DL down here. But I can add them because I'm subscribed to this channel, so it's not a big deal. Um, so I'll go add this stuff. So you guys can go down below and get any about links. Aphrodite's down there. Her encounters links down on her website. My website's down there, and I'm going to add DL's information too to his book, so that way you can go over there and get that. It's a really good deal on that right now, and Aphrodite's book. Only thing I have, I'm author DL Tillery, and that's my brother DL Stewart, obviously. um, so I, this is my channel. I do have my website up. I do usually put up a new poem or a short story on my website a month, and anyone can go and read it. Um, I am currently trying to finish revising Chronicles of Cagliostro. That would be my debut novel, which is a 3-part series currently. I have plenty of books planned to come out next year, so I'm going to be doing like a rapid release, not relatable books, but a rapid release of different types of novel stuff that I do. So my horror compilation will be out next year, and they're on Halloween. That's the plan. And then for like summer, I'm planning to release my poetry compilation, and Chronicles of Cagliostro is planned for a winter release, so that could be um, probably January. I'm thinking in January sometime, maybe pushing February if something doesn't go right. But yeah, so that's what I have going on right now. You can find out any of the stuff about Cagliostro, Chronicles of Cagliostro on my Patreon. You can also join Patreon. It's $1 a month if you want to join, and I have some other tiers as well. You can also find some free stuff on my Patreon if you go over there and follow me on there. And then you can check my website out and my Facebook. Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff under all through DL Tillery. So yeah.
Yeah, my Patreon is popping right now too, guys. So jump in on that.
Yeah, she also had a lot of stuff going on over there. So yeah, check out our Patreons, because there's usually some stuff going on over there. I released information about Chronicles Cagliostro over there too. So it's usually some kind of secret stuff happening on those. So check those out. I think the links are below for those. If not, I will add them for sure. And thanks to everybody for joining us this time. Hopefully we can get the other DL with us on some of our other ones as well.
If he stopped talking so much, yeah,
I know,
talk a
right?
little too much.
It's too much. Like, all right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on Tuesday for our marathoning sprint. That's gonna be fun. All right. See ya. Bye.
Bye, everybody.